He's out, he's running, he's about to carjack somebody else. He's going eastbound on 240. He's trying to carjack people, guys.
Police released crazy video showing a Metro man's crime spree trying to carjack people on the interstate. I'm Lacie Lowry. Right now at 6 o'clock, we learn about the moments leading up to those deadly encounters.
I'm Addie Crawford. The parents of a Stillwater student who was sexually assaulted by Jesse Butler taking the district to court. Why they claim their daughter was not protected.
Merry Christmas Eve. I'm meteorologist Megan Gold. We're not breaking records today, but I tell you what, another very, very warm day with highs about 30 degrees above normal for this time of year. And I'm tracking Santa. I've got your full forecast. It's coming up.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
6 o'clock on your Christmas Eve. Thanks for joining us, waking up early with us, and Merry Christmas Eve to all of you. We also have Addie Crawford filling in today.
Yes, it's exciting. You know, around this time, 3 years ago, I started reporting on the morning show.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it was around this time, so it's about full circle moment for me. Being here with you on Christmas Eve. This is just awesome.
We're so excited to have you, and we've got a lot in store for Christmas. We're actually tracking Santa right now. Let's get over to Megan Gold in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Hey, Megan.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Thank goodness the weather is quiet because I am in full Santa mode right now. He is headed to Antarctica. Local time there is 1 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Day. So, of course, we're still on Christmas Eve at 6:01 here on your Wednesday morning. We're so happy you're with us. The live look here, and we'll continue tracking him. I'll show you also what the weather conditions are as they are flying in the skies there over Antarctica and maybe delivering some presents to some penguins. I don't know. Pretty low population there. Temperatures are in the 30s up across northern and northwestern Oklahoma, 59 here in Oklahoma City. Our winds are light to breezy dependent upon your location. Up in far northern Oklahoma, where winds are much lighter, we have had some very dense fog develop. And if temperatures drop below freezing in those spots, Alva to Medford, it's possible we get a little freezing fog. So right now, visibility is down to about a half to a quarter of a mile. So heads up if you're headed out the door right now. This afternoon, our temperatures warm back into the mid to upper 70s and the low 80s. We'll talk more about your Christmas Eve, your Christmas Day, and our next cold front that hits. That's coming up.
One person is killed, another is injured in an overnight crash in Grady County. This happened around 1 a.m. on County Street 2940 in Blanchard. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol says the car left the road, struck a fence, and then rolled multiple times. We now know 19-year-old Dustin James from Ellick was killed. Right now, no word on the condition of the other person who was injured in the crash.
He's out, he's running, he's about to carjack somebody else. He's going eastbound on 240. He's trying to carjack people, guys.
Wild new video coming in showing the moments law enforcement closed in on a man who was on a deadly metro crime spree. It all happened last month. You can actually see Deontay Hawthorne running down I-240, pointing a gun at passing by drivers. He was then shot and killed by police. Hours before all of this, police say Hawthorne shot and killed 18-year-old Serenity Burton in Moore. Officers say he then carjacked a man in northwest Oklahoma City, drove to northeast Oklahoma City, where he shot and killed another man. We're told Hawthorne eventually tried carjacking drivers on I-240. That's him driving the truck. Eventually he gets out and literally starts pointing a gun at passing by drivers. One truck actually hits him. He keeps going. Finally, police shoot and kill Hawthorne right there on the interstate. Court records show Hawthorne had a lengthy criminal history and was a suspect in a 2012 murder.
The parents of a Stillwater high school student that was sexually assaulted by Jesse Butler are now suing the school district, claiming they did not protect the victim. Back in August, Jesse Butler was convicted of several counts of rape and strangulation involving 2 teens. Charged as a youthful offender, Butler avoided jail time and was instead sentenced to community service and counseling. In the lawsuit, the parents of one victim accused Stillwater Public Schools of allowing Butler to harass the teen, even with an emergency protective order in place. The lawsuit alleges the school principal failed to report the protective order, fearing it would interfere with Butler's education. The lawsuit is seeking at least $75,000 in damages. Stillwater Public Schools tells us it cannot comment on pending litigation.
Your time now 6:05, a check of traffic this morning, and here is a live look at our news tracker. He is eastbound on Reno right now, checking out the roads, and he says so far things are looking good this morning. We had an earlier crash that has since cleared at Reno and Meridian. So if you're out this morning on Christmas Eve, just be safe and get to where you're going with plenty of time.
Disappointment this morning after a Metro dog park announced it's closing its doors at the end of this week. Solo's Park and Pub has been open for 4 years. The closure announcement comes just months after a similar Metro establishment, Bar K, closed its doors. The owner says despite pouring everything into Solo's, she couldn't overcome the economic hardships.
I think it's everybody right now. It's the industry, it's the economy. I think a lot of local businesses are being kind of put on the back burner, which is really, really sad.
The last day to visit Solo's is this Sunday, December 28th.
I always like going there. Our dogs loved it. Dang,
Sad.
so 2 dog parks have closed in the past year. Okay, well, your time now 6:06. Got to switch gears, talk about the unseasonably warm temperatures, and apparently Metro ice rinks can't quite handle it. They are literally melting. It didn't matter though. Skaters at Oak in northwest Oklahoma City last night said no problem, we'll still skate. We also swung by Devon Ice Rink downtown last night, much of it also covered in water. It's just for a short time, but it is funny to see people trying to ice skate and they're really just sloshing through water. But hey, you know, when it's 70 degrees, the ice starts to melt. What do you expect?
You want to celebrate the holidays, you want to get in the Christmas spirit, but it doesn't really feel like Christmas outside.
You said you saw folks skating in t-shirts yesterday.
I saw a t-shirt and shorts on the ice. You know, I usually fall on the ice, so I have to go almost in bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Luckily, they have those things, though, to help you.
I know, they help you. I don't think they had those when I was out there.
Is that
skating.
cheating?
If you don't fall, I'm all for it.
Then I don't care, as long as you don't fall.
Let's check in with Megan. Megan, it's kind of crazy to see that melted water on the ice rinks.
It goes to show just how warm we are. I think if you were out ice skating, you have the courage to get out there and do it, you're a winner in my book.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, I feel like I'm too old to do it at this point.
Well, and when you fall, it hurts now.
Nobody's
We're
too
not
old.
kids anymore.
And you feel it for like a week. Yeah, exactly. You're headed to the chiropractor. Hey, out the door this morning, it is a warm, a humid start to the day. We do have some dense fog up across northern Oklahoma, and here is a live look from our OCCC camera of Will Rogers this morning. Just saw a flight take off. I'll tell you what, the holiday travel, it is underway. Temperatures warming from the upper 50s into the low to mid 60s. By lunchtime, we're in the 70s, and airports all across the country look great. We'll talk more about your forecast. Our next cold front hits this weekend. How cold do we get? It's coming up.
Also ahead, Interim State Superintendent Lyndall Fields working on a plan to address Oklahoma's critical teacher shortage. After the break, we sit down with him to hear how he wants to keep teachers in Oklahoma classrooms.
Well, it is Christmas Eve. A lot of people are going to be out doing their last-minute shopping, last-minute wrapping. It's going to be a busy day, Megan.
I know a few people in my life that wait until this day. This is their day.
Call them out right now.
Michael?
Mom, Dad, Colby.
All the men in my life.
I think it's just a man thing.
It is, except I told my dad, I said, we're getting it done early this
Good.
year. Let me handle. I got it.
Good.
You can fund it, but, you know, I'll take care of it.
Of course, Dad's
Mom,
going to fund it, right?
Yeah, Dad came up with the ideas. Mom, if you're
credit
watching,
card.
Dad picked all the items for you. Normally, Christmas Eve is like his time to shine.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah, I think a lot of men do that. But I will say, like, if you're going to be running errands, it's great weather for it.
Yeah, exactly.
No problems.
Exactly. I asked my brother, I was like, you have a present for Mom and Dad? He's like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. That was yesterday.
Okay, you need to check back in with him today.
Yes.
There's a lot of people. I'm sure they can relate to that. But regardless, yeah, if you're out running errands, the grocery stores have been jam-packed. But the good news is the weather will be great for that. Your out-the-door forecast, of course, the kiddos are out of school. Hopefully, they're enjoying their holiday break. Temperatures this morning, we've got 50s and 60s. And by the time we get to the afternoon, temperatures warming into the upper 70s and low 80s. More Christmas pictures for you here. This is baby Audrey sent in from Laura. Check it out. baby's first or second Christmas. I'm not quite sure, but just one of my favorites.
Iconic, though.
You've got to show it like on the
They
16th
both
birthday.
look great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They kind of have the same expression
I
on their
know.
face.
Something out of a magazine, right? We've also got Rebel Duncan. This is from Chandler, the Christmas event there.
Aw,
Little
hey,
Rebel,
Rebel.
looking so beautiful in your red dress. So keep these coming. We love it. We love it. Hey, here's an update on Santa. He has left Antarctica, and he has actually left New Zealand now, headed to the Fiji Island. So he is on the move, and he has delivered just under 500 million presents. That is so hard to believe. So there he is. The good news over New Zealand up into the Australia area, there's really not much going on. There's a little cloud cover. There are a few showers and thunderstorms, but with Rudolph's nose, Santa's good to go, and he'll have a guiding light for him there. And it is just after 1 o'clock local time in New Zealand over to the Fiji Islands. Here's a recap from yesterday. Temperatures were a little cooler up into northern Oklahoma, where we held onto the fog longer. And I think the same thing happens today with the dense fog up across the north this morning. That means this afternoon you may end up a little cooler than everybody else. We hit 77 degrees here in Oklahoma City, and that will go down in the record books as the hottest December 23rd on record. The previous record was 72 degrees. So just a little Christmas Eve history for you here. The coldest high that we've ever had, 3 degrees back in 1983. The hottest high is 86. So that record is safe. Today is not a record-breaking day, but it'll feel like it with how warm we are. Across the country right now, Salt Lake City, it's 55 degrees, 64 in Phoenix over to LA, 48 in El Paso, 59 now in Oklahoma City, and we are now just 2 degrees warmer than Orlando a couple minutes ago. We're still warmer. So that goes to show just how warm we are. Still a whole lot of nothing going on. You know we need the rain. We've got the ongoing drought, and this will go down as the 9th driest December on record with no measurable precip on the 9-day forecast. It's a totally dry 9-day. As you go up to the west, there is a storm system impacting portions of California. Flooding rains there, whole lot of wind. There's snow flying in the Sierra Nevadas. So for traveling out the west coast, things are much more little tough compared to what we've got here at home. Here's the big ridge that's in place, and that's keeping temperatures across the southern United States very, very warm and above normal for this time of year. Here's the live look from our Lucky Star Skycam network, our downtown camera. The Omni there got the red and the green going on, the Paycom Center, and then of course the Devon Tower lit up red this morning with snowflakes flying off the top. Again, we've fallen 2 degrees to 59, 90% humidity right now, and there are temperatures now below freezing in the Alva area. It's 31 there. You got 52 in Enid, 55 out in El Reno, down in Chickasha, it's 56, 62 in McAllister with a south breeze at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. So there has been some pretty dense fog up across northern Oklahoma. So remember, when you have dense fog and you've got temperatures that are below freezing, it is possible you get a slick spot or two on bridges and overpasses if the fog is dense enough. Also some dense fog down in far southeastern Oklahoma over to Fort Smith, and then some fog over the Lawton area. Temperatures warm by about 10 o'clock into the mid 60s, by lunchtime into the 70s with a high of 78 degrees this afternoon. Again, a little cooler up into the Alva, the Enid area, areas where we've got fog around through the day. And then for your Christmas day, I think tomorrow is a record-breaking day across Oklahoma. The previous record of 73 degrees, we're forecasting 78. Very warm for your Friday or Saturday. Our next cold front comes through on Sunday with a strong north wind, dropping highs back into the 30s and the 40s, and another cold front on the first day of 2026. Guys, back over to you.
Interim State Superintendent Lyndall Fields wants to change the perception of education in Oklahoma.
Since taking over in October, he's trying to undo some of Ryan Walters' initiatives, like the classroom Bible mandate and the America First test. Now he tells our Tatum Gwynn his next focus is propping up Oklahoma teachers.
It is a new era for education in Oklahoma. Interim Superintendent Lyndall Fields has been on the job a short time and already has a lot on his plate.
You know, we talked about steadying the ship, and then I said, well, I want to build a strong foundation for the new person. And now I'm like, if I could just get the ingredients to build that foundation.
He says repairing what was broken by the previous administration should be part of that foundation.
How do you work to rebuild that partnership and relationship with all of our school districts?
Well, Boy, that's a tough question. I think just bringing the positive energy to it. Public schools are doing a really good job.
Fields is in the business of culture. He has spent his retirement training leaders on the importance of creating a work environment where people want to be.
Converting cultures is what I'm passionate about. Creating great places to work where people can thrive.
He's taking a hard look at what it's like to work in education.
I don't think teachers leave schools, they leave toxic cultures.
Culture is just one challenge. Others include recruiting teachers and giving them a reason to stay. The hiring landscape has changed in recent years. Traditionally trained and certified teachers are not going into the profession like they once did.
So we're replacing them with an emergency certified teacher.
Almost every district is turning to emergency certified teachers to fill open spots. As of now, Oklahoma has over 4,000 emergency certified teachers. These are people who most often come from different fields of work, who have a bachelor's degree and are interested in teaching. Oklahoma City Public Schools pours a lot of resources into getting those teachers trained and certified. 2 years ago, the district had 600 emergency certified teachers on staff. That number is now around 400. A majority of those teachers now have a standard certification.
The ones that want to be here, we need to put as much resources as we can into them.
Tulsa Public Schools has a similar initiative. It's called Tulsa Teacher Corps. It's a fast track for emergency certified teachers where they can work and train at the same time. Melissa Ide heads up the program.
If new teachers experience success, they are most likely to stick with us and stick with the profession.
Ide says 98% of Corps members who complete their 2-year program come back to teach for a 3rd year. That's important because getting teachers to stay in the profession is really hard.
When teachers are not feeling that sense of success, it's very hard to keep going.
Teaching is hard. I mean, it's a hard profession. It's gotten harder.
A majority of OKC and Tulsa's teaching staff are divided between novice teachers who have been in the job less than 5 years and seasoned professionals who have taught over 25 years. Their solution to building up the middle is support and training.
As a district, we have committed to wrapping around support for our new teachers.
The solution to shoring up recruiting and retention is complicated. It's a challenge to get people to commit to a hard job. District leaders are up for the challenge.
So there is a lot of good things that are happening, and you mentioned just the sort of tumultuous time that Oklahoma's had in education. To be honest, we're focused on our students, and we have been.
Superintendent Fields is committed to finding answers too. He suggests we start from a place of gratitude.
I think having respect for the teachers, to go to the teachers, perhaps not airing our grievances on the internet and using that as a platform to try to solve problems and following the chain of command and respecting the school for what it is, the people that are helping to raise your kids. So I think it starts there.
Reporting for Oklahoma's Own, I'm Tatum Gwynn.
All right, your time now 6:21 on Christmas Eve. Taking a look at your morning traffic. This is a live look from our news tracker, Lex Stanfield. He is southbound on I-44. Looks like traffic is moving and grooving like normal. We will be right back in just a few minutes with more news and weather.
Want to take you to some breaking news that we just arrived at. This is Newcastle. You're looking live right now at the Comfort Inn and Suites right there off the main exit for Newcastle at Northeast 24th and Main Street. As you can see, there is ambulance on the scene. There is also a lot of police, a large police presence there at the hotel. We understand they're dealing with someone here on this property, and they've called in a lot of resources. So we're trying to get more details for you, but if you're going to Newcastle, it is the first thing you see, the Comfort Inn and Suites, a heavy police presence. As soon as we get more details, we will bring it to you, but that's a live look right now as we try to get more information. Our Lex Stanfield providing that live shot in Newcastle this morning.
Switching gears here, the outdoor forecast. Megan Gold in the Bob Mills Weather Center. All right, Megan, what do you got for us?
Well, I'll tell you what, it is a warm start to the day, waiting on a little bit of daylight from our Norman Regional camera as we look off to the east. Nothing yet, but our sunrise this morning at 7:36. We've still got a ways to go, just over an hour, but the hustle and bustle already underway for folks headed to work, headed to do last minute kind of finishing touches on the Christmas holiday. I do want to tell you the record warmest low here in Oklahoma City on this day is 57 degrees. Our current temperature right now is 59. So if we don't fall a couple more degrees, this could be the warmest Christmas Eve morning that we've ever had. So we're continuing to just break records as we go through the day today. Temperatures warming into the upper 70s, the low 80s with a south breeze. No records fall today this afternoon, but tomorrow another record will fall. We'll talk more about your 9-day forecast and our next cold front taking highs into the 30s and the 40s. That's coming up right after this quick break.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
We are trying to get you some new information on this breaking news. You're looking live at a heavy police presence at the Comfort Inn and Suites in Newcastle. This is right at the exit as you exit off I-44 going into Newcastle, Main Street and 24th Street. We know there is an ambulance at the scene, a fire truck just pulled up, and there are multiple law enforcement vehicles. Something is happening inside the hotel. We're trying to get more details, but if you're driving through Newcastle, so many lights outside of the Comfort Inn and Suites. As soon as we get more details, we'll bring it to you. This live look provided by our news tracker, Lex Stanfield. He's actually talking with authorities right now, so we might have an update here in just a moment.
Yeah, and as we start the 6:30 half hour, we got to get ready for Santa to come tomorrow. I know Megan Gold has been tracking Santa all morning long.
He's busy this morning, Megan.
He is just over 500 million presents already delivered on the other side of the world where it is already Christmas Day. Of course, we're just kicking off our Christmas Eve here at home. But here's a live look as we track Santa here, and he is over the Solomon Islands. If you're not familiar where that is going to be just to the north and east of Australia. Australia down here, Sydney up to Brisbane, so Port Moresby up to the north and east from there. So really exciting. Love to just continue to track him as the morning goes along. Here's the live look from our Lucky Star Skycam network. The hustle and bustle for those that have to go to work this morning underway. Maybe last minute finishing touches on the Christmas holiday. 59 is our temperature right now, and we are rivaling I'm having a hard time with my words here. Rivaling our warmest low ever in Oklahoma City on this day. So we're just kind of continuing to shatter records across the board. Clear skies. We've got 50s back on the west side to the metro. On the east side, you're in the 60s, and that is above average for even afternoon temperatures. There are 30s though up in the north where the winds are much lighter. Everybody else has a south breeze, and we've got dense fog up across northern Oklahoma. So Grant County, you do have a dense fog advisory in effect. Woodward to Alva to Enid. We'll talk more about the rest of your forecast here in a few minutes, and I'll get my words straight, guys. Back over to you.
You're doing great, Megan. All right, your time 6:32. A few headlines for you. Oklahoma City police arrest a man who they say tried to attack another man with a machete. Reports show the crime happened on Sunday. The suspect, Zachariah Beller, was arguing with the victim near Southwest 15th and Meridian when police say he pulled out a machete and just started swinging. Luckily, we're told the victim was not hurt. Beller was arrested on an assault complaint. A federal judge sentences an Oklahoma man convicted of raping a nun to life in prison. Investigators say back in 2022, Elga Harper beat and raped the 72-year-old woman in her home in Tulsa. He was originally convicted in 2023. Harper, though, won an appeal but was convicted again in a second trial back in August.
Well, it's been a dangerous past few months for Metro law enforcement. Several officers are recovering from injuries received while on traffic calls. Earlier this week, an OHP trooper was hit on I-40 while blocking a lane for a wrecker to remove a semi-truck. And nearly 2 weeks ago, a Norman police officer was hit on Highway 9 while he was outside his patrol car.
Traffic is one of the biggest dangers to law enforcement in the country, across the country. So it is hard to see one of your fellow officers get injured like this.
Oklahoma Highway Patrol says slowing down or moving over when approaching emergency lights is the law. And while the holidays will bring joy and happiness to families nationwide, this season can also be difficult for people experiencing grief or loss, especially children.
The Oklahoma Institute for Child Advocacy is sharing some advice on how to be better aware of children's emotions. News 9's Haley Hetrick has more.
Stress is an inevitable part of the holidays, even with kids. While they may disguise their struggle, there are signs for parents to look out for and ways to help provide some consistency for Christmas.
Christmas can bring cheer and joy for many.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
But it can also bring stress and fatigue for others.
It's a very emotional time of year, and children usually are more susceptible than adults.
Traveling, schedule disruptions, and time off of school. These things can cause children extra stress.
Kids are used to structure, and when you break that cycle, it can upend them.
Joe Dorman, CEO of the Oklahoma Institute for Child Advocacy, says his biggest piece of advice is to have constant, open dialogue with your family.
Try and have these conversations regularly. This shouldn't be your first conversation on something like this.
In the month of December, reports of abuse and other disruptions climb. So it's incredibly important for parents to take care of yourselves first.
Just like they teach you on an airplane, you put the mask on yourself before you help others, you have to do the same with yourself. If you feel stress getting to you, have that conversation with somebody you trust.
While it's inevitable that your holiday schedule will be a little different than a child's normal week, try to give them some semblance of structure if possible.
If you have any type of regular day-to-day activities, such as reading to your kids at a specific time, having meals at a specific time, try and stick to those schedules, because anytime you change it, it just can create more chaos.
For Oklahoma's Own, I'm Haley Hetrick.
And if you're feeling financial stress this year, experts recommend giving an experience as a gift instead of expensive items. So maybe you would give a trip to the zoo, a state park, maybe a camping trip. You can also keep it very simple and just do homemade Christmas cookies. And don't forget the reason for the season.
Your time now is 6:36 on Christmas Eve. We look across our Lucky Star Skycam network at our Integris, Mathis, American Fidelity Cam, the Cowboy Cam. There is a reported accident with injury on Southwest 29th in May. Other than that, everything else is looking pretty clear, clean and green on your Christmas Eve morning. We're also tracking some breaking news out there in Newcastle. We learn more about that. We'll be sure to update you here on air and on the News 9 app. It is the most wonderful time of the year, but for some, it can also be the most financially stressful time. After the high cost of spending on Christmas gifts and everything in between, many Oklahomans are looking to come up with a better financial plan for the new year.
You need to start with having a positive mindset, right? Really trying to have a healthy relationship with your money. And you do that by starting a plan.
Financial experts say that it's important to set a timeline. Do your best to stick to it, even if it means skipping that daily coffee run. I don't know about that, Lacey.
Oh boy, it's hard to do, right?
Yes.
Well, another sad day for Thunder fans. Oklahoma City falls 130-110 to the San Antonio Spurs. It's also the Thunder's second loss in a row to the Spurs.
Dang it.
I know.
Yes.
All right, our Thunder reporter Steve McGehee has the highlights from the Lone Star State.
3 out of the 4 Oklahoma City losses this season have come on the second night of a traveling back-to-back. Not making excuses for the Thunder, but it's just an observation. But last night, the Spurs continued to look like what we saw from Oklahoma City last year, a team that is well coached. They know how to play offense, they know how to play great defense, and they know how to get the win.
Defensively, just let them get too comfortable early. But it is good we get to play them as much as we do, because they're a really good team. But yeah, just not physical enough, and I don't want to say not locked in, because then it makes it seem like we're not ready to play. I just think we could have been better communication-wise, what we were doing defensively early.
Obviously, the execution level for them was higher than us. We did some good things, but not nearly as well as they did. I thought they brought the aggression to the game more so than we did for much of the game. I thought the first half was pretty good, but obviously in the second half that got away from us.
If the Thunder are upset about the loss, which they should be, They have a chance to redeem themselves coming up tomorrow afternoon, 1:30 at Paycom Center, a Christmas Day game with the San Antonio Spurs. From Frost Bank Center in San Antonio, Steve McGehee, Oklahoma's own.
I think a lot of fans are like, oh no. But you have to remember, they still have an incredible record.
Yeah, like look at the standings. We're going to be okay.
We're going to be okay. It does look like we're going to have a fight every time we play the Spurs. So another game tomorrow afternoon on Christmas Day.
And it's going to be a nice walk to Paycom Center, right, Megan?
It's going to be a warm walk, that is for sure. Hey, out the door this morning, we do have some fog up in northern Oklahoma, but clear skies greeting you on your Christmas Eve from our downtown shot right now. Things are great. If you're headed out the door to work, maybe headed to run some errands, you are good to go. The Devon Tower lit up this morning. We've still got 4 more days of near record-breaking temperatures. We will break more records as we go through the next several days. And then look what happens. We get a cold front as we go into Sunday. Temperatures falling into the 30s and 40s. And guess what? I'm still tracking Santa. I've got the latest on his location and your full 9-day forecast is coming up.
Well, here at News 9, we love recognizing teachers for the impact they are having in the classroom.
Yes, and this morning we're recognizing Renee Blessington, a special education teacher from Hera High School. The person who nominated her says she has a big heart for students with special needs.
Blessington, I love her last name. What a
Perfect.
blessing she is to us. Hey, do you know an educator doing great things in the classroom? Let us know about them. Nominate them today to be an impactful teacher. Just go to news9.com/teacher. We're back after this. We are following some breaking news this morning. You're looking live in Newcastle at the Comfort Inn and Suites, a large police presence. There's also an ambulance outside. There is also a fire truck, and we just saw multiple firefighters walking in with sledgehammers and axes. Something is happening inside of this hotel, and we're trying to get more details for you. We don't want to speculate, but obviously a large police presence and first responders. As soon as we get more details, we'll bring it to you, but we are at the scene trying to get more for you there in Newcastle. This is right at 24th and Main Street, right on the main exit from I-44 as you head into Newcastle. Also back here in the metro, we want to take you to a crash that we just came up on. This is near Southwest 29th and May. We are trying to get to the scene. We're being told there's a tow truck right there. We're being told it's a crash and someone is injured. So we see the ambulance, we see a tow truck. As soon as we get more details, we'll bring it to you. But this crash just unfolded. We actually pulled up almost right before the first responders did. As soon as we get more details on that one, we'll bring it to you. But guys, it kind of just got busy all of a sudden on Christmas Eve. So we're following those stories.
That can happen. You know, a lot of folks go in different directions and a lot of distractions. So important if you are hitting the roads, just extra time.
Be safe. Get where you're going safely.
Yeah, the good news, nothing to slow you down weather-wise, just another very warm day. We're not going to break a record today. We did yesterday, and continuing to track Santa. But first, I want to start by just showing you out the door right now. We're starting to break daylight here on our Lucky Stars Skycam network. From in the top left-hand corner of your screen, our downtown camera. We've got our American Fidelity camera looking at the Broadway extension in the top right. And sunrise this morning is just after 7:30. So hope your Christmas Eve is off to a great start. Hard to believe it's already here. We've got one more sleep until Santa arrives. And if you've got kids, grandbabies, you know just how exciting this day can be. So hopefully you're spending it with your loved ones. And of course, we'll be here all day long for you here at News 9. Here is where Santa currently is. He is actually just off the coast of Japan right now and continues to deliver thousands and thousands, now up to millions of presents. There are some thunderstorms off the coast of Japan this morning, but we know Rudolph will help them get through those and probably fly up above them. We've also got some cloud cover as you go back to the west, and that's kind of been the trend here, kind of as I've been showing you these shots through the morning. I want to take you back to the past 3 days. Of course, today is Wednesday. In my mind, it's Christmas Eve. It's not Wednesday, right? But your Sunday was 60 degrees. Monday, we jumped into the 70s, and yesterday was a brand new record with a high temperature of 77 degrees. Today we may be a degree or two warmer, but the record is actually 86. So we're not going to break a record today. We will break another record tomorrow. And I think this will go down as the warmest Christmas week on record here in Oklahoma City. If you're hitting the airways this morning, you're headed to Will Rogers, things good to go, smooth sailing all across the region. There's no precip in the forecast and temperatures will be warm for everybody. Now there is an impactful storm system off to the west. It's bringing some rain, some thunderstorms down into portions of Arizona, and it's also dropping tons of water across California this morning. There's high wind warnings, wind advisories, and even winter storm warnings in effect across the Sierra Nevadas because of how much snow will be falling there. Things are actually pretty quiet across the Midwest, the Great Lakes, which is great news for really across a good portion of the country. Travel looks really, really good. We are 59 degrees right now here in Oklahoma City. That is warmer than Orlando this morning. It's warmer than Panama City Beach. It is 66 in Houston, 64 out in Phoenix, and 59 in San Francisco. Of course, much colder up into the Dakotas and the Midwest. Here is the view from our Lucky Star Skycam network. If you are headed into downtown right now, smooth sailing there. Temperatures again right at 59 degrees with 90% humidity. So we do have quite a bit of saturation out there. It's 55 in El Reno, 55 in Minco, 52 in Enid, and 62 in Chandler. Lots of low to mid 60s off to the east, and our colder temperatures are up to the north where our winds are also much lighter. Also areas of very dense fog up across northern Oklahoma. The good news, starting to see that lift over the Cherokee area right now, a new little area of lower visibility down the I-35 towards Ardmore, down the H.E. Bailey to Lawton, and mainly still continues to be up across far northern Oklahoma and down into southeastern Oklahoma. So a dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock this morning. We will quickly be into the 70s, 71 degrees by lunchtime and a high of 78 here in Oklahoma City this afternoon, 80 in Hobart, 82 in Altus, 77 in Woodward with a south breeze at about 15 to 30 miles per hour. Again, the record 86 today. That one is safe. Tonight, a very, very warm and a breezy night. A few clouds around 40s and 50s for us. And then for your Christmas day, a high temperature of 78. We'll have several spots back to the west hit 80 degrees, and the record is 73. I think we will shatter that record for your Friday into your Saturday, talking more 70s, and then that will be the end of the record-breaking warmth, at least for now. Our cold front slams in early Sunday, a north wind 20 to 40 miles per hour. Highs fall into the 30s and 40s, morning lows into the 20s. Our next cold front arrives on New Year's Day.
An alleged kidnapping call in Lexington leads Cleveland County deputies to an unsanctioned drug rehab center. Deputies say they were asked to make a welfare check at a home yesterday morning. Officials say they got there and realized the home was a drug and alcohol rehab facility that is not sanctioned by the State Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse. Deputies say they found about 40 people at the home who told the officers they didn't think they could leave on their own free will. Deputies say they told the group you can absolutely leave, and 11 of the 40 left. The sheriff's office says an investigation is now underway.
A new lawsuit is filed in federal court in the Stillwater case of convicted rapist Jesse Butler. The parents of a Stillwater high school student claim Stillwater public schools didn't do enough to protect their child. News 9's Kylie Dedman has the latest.
Yeah, this lawsuit claims the abuse was reported to Stillwater High School's assistant principal back in September of 2024. Now, this lawsuit claims Jesse Butler sexually assaulted, harassed, strangled, stalked, and abused his victim. The lawsuit also claims the school district did not perform an investigation into Butler's conduct after the report and did not take any action to protect the victim from Butler. The lawsuit alleges the school principal failed to report the emergency protective order that was put in place out of fear it would interfere with Butler's education. Back in August, Jesse Butler was convicted of several counts of rape and strangulation involving 2 teens. Charged as a youthful offender, Butler skirted jail time and was instead sentenced to community service and counseling, which sparked public outrage.
The criminal is innocent, basically, and the victims are the ones that are having to serve the time.
Now, the lawsuit also claims that the victim was discouraged from attending activities so that she would not interfere with Butler's ability to attend activities. Reporting in downtown, Kylie Dedman, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Stillwater Public Schools tells us it cannot comment on pending litigation. We'll be right back with more news and weather.
I want to take you back out live to Newcastle at the Comfort Inn and Suites, a large police presence at the hotel. There's also an ambulance there. Firefighters are at the scene. And what we are finding out is first responders had to go inside the hotel there and break a door down to get to someone inside. Not very many details. We're not sure if this is a medical situation or a criminal situation, but the front desk there at the hotel says no one else is in danger. So as soon as we get more details, we'll bring it to you. But you can see the firefighters with their big tools right there, probably just returning from breaking that door down. As soon as we figure out why, we'll let you know. But we are live at the scene in Newcastle.
Hopefully everyone's okay.
Yes. Let's do one more last look at weather. And you've been tracking Santa. Man, he is busy.
Santa's on the move. I'll tell you what, I've been doing that all morning long. He has left kind of the islands east of Japan, but here at home, we're waiting on a gorgeous sunrise here in 30 minutes this afternoon. Upper 70s, low 80s. Get ready for it. Very, very warm. I hope you have a great Christmas Eve.
We love spending it with you. Addie, it's so great to have you on the desk
so
this morning.
much fun. Excited for the 9.
Yeah, we got more to come. Hey, thanks for joining us back at 7:26.